Hey you, do you suck at basketball and want to get better? Well, here's the place for you. I'm going to be walking you through some basics of basketball. Let's get to it. Okay, stop. Go. Now you might not think I'm qualified to teach you, and that's probably right. But you know what, whatever. The first main thing you need to know about basketball is how to dribble. Because if you can't dribble, you basically can't do anything else. The first main key to dribbling is being able to hold the ball right. You want to have your ball, the ball in your hand, just like this, on your palm, basically on your fingertips, and you want to have a spread hand. You don't want your hands tight, so that you can have lots of control over the ball. Stop it. Now, when you're dribbling, you want to have your feet about your shoulder width apart, just to start, and you don't want to be hunched over like this. You want to have your back straight. And when you dribble, you want to keep the ball outside of your foot. Because if you dribble in here like this, someone's just going to go. And that's not very good, is it?
Nope.
And when you're dribbling, your ankles should be aligned with your knee, and your knee should be aligned with your shoulder. Like that. Here's an example of how not to dribble. He's very hunched over, and he's not keeping the ball in control, and he's basically just smacking it. Now, when you are dribbling, you want to make sure that your hand is always either on the top of the ball or on the side of the ball. You don't want to have your hand on the bottom and go like this, otherwise that's a carry. It's fine if you go like that, but you just don't want it on the bottom. Now, one of the easiest moves you can do in basketball is called the crossover. And it's basically just when you're crossing the ball from one hand to the other. They're pretty easy. You just keep your weight like this on one side, and then you shift your weight across when you dribble to the other side. Also, when you cross over, you want to basically keep it low, because if you bring it up high like this, someone's going to smack it out again. So, when you're doing a crossover, you keep your weight on the side you're dribbling on, you cross over and you shift your weight, and you keep it low, like that. Crossovers can be very useful when you're getting to the rim, because it can juke your defender out. So say my defender was guarding me, I cross him over, easy bucket. Now, the second dribble move in basketball that you learn is between the legs. It's basically just going between the legs like it says. Now, the easiest way to learn this and start is to find a line like this and put 1 foot forward and 1 foot like this on the line. Now, you're going to take the basketball and you're going to try and bounce it on the line so that it comes up on the other side, just like that. Now you're going to just go like this a few times until you eventually get it right. And then you're going to switch legs and just bounce it. Make sure you're bouncing it on the line so it comes up. Then, once you get it like that, you're going to want to try doing it, but just keeping your foot as far back as possible. So instead of going like that, you're going to try and go just like that, or just like a little step forward like that. So going between the legs can also be very useful when getting to the rim, as it can also juke your defender out. The third most easiest dribble move to do is a behind the back. And it's pretty easy, it's just behind the back. Now when you're learning how to do it, you want to get set like you're dribbling, but you kind of just want to sit back a bit when you're learning. And you want to dribble the ball underneath your legs, sort of just like that. Then, once you get used to it, you just dribble like you're normally dribbling, and you keep going like that. There's also 2 ways you can do it behind the back. There's just the regular way like this, and there's also a behind the back loop, which is like that, and it's where you loop the ball around. The loop is more harder, and we'll get to that later. Going behind the back can also be very useful when getting to the rim.